What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K and I'm playing some MX versus ATV REFLEX, and this is another custom track review. We are at the Rubicon made by Jamie T, and it is an incredible track. It really is. Jamie T makes some amazing supercross tracks, and here he is with the Nationals track, and the quality level is just so high that it's insane. Just really, really well done. If you look off in the distance, you can see there's just kind of like a big rolling hill and some cliffs and stuff, and that tells you a lot about this track. It's a very fast track, but it's long. It's about 3.5 minutes a lap. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a video. I'm going to do the full 5-lap race, and I'm actually going to do some first person at the end. But this track is very fast. It's rough, lots of line choice. There's some huge jumps, but there's also some jumps that you got to know to slow up for, some hard lines, and it's just incredible. I had to tell you about all that before I get into it because I'll forget. But the reason I'm going to do some first person at the end is because Jamie T made a first-person camera mod. You may see that in one of my other videos where I kind of showcase it, but what better place to show you that than on Jamie T's own track. So anyway, let's focus in on the gameplay here. Full throttle, really trying to lean back and get through a lot of these braking bumps smoothly, kind of unweight that front end. I should have nailed that rut on the inside. It's a really, really fun one to hit. I usually carry a little bit more speed there, and I can land a little bit more on this downslope. Full throttle into here, you can see that's very rough, kind of hopping around a little bit. That's probably the roughest corner where you get thrown in there. Obviously, I jumped a little bit out. Later on, I'll hit that and try to make it look cool. You can throw some really sweet scrubs over it, and it's just a hell of a lot of fun. Let's see here, trying to catch some lines. It's always hard to throw together a good first lap, but in these 3 laps with this camera view, I hope to at least get one good lap in where I can kind of show you some of the awesome lines and just put something together all in one. You can see that jump back there. It's a pretty hard jump to clear. I carried quite a bit of speed there and still didn't clear it, so you really got to be on your game. Hard on the brakes here. Try to grab that inside. It's about as much speed as you can carry into that outside. And I usually hook this all the way on the out. There's an inside line there too, a couple insides actually, but there's just so much choice that it's so fun to play around with it and kind of decide what lines fit your riding style. That sounds super corny, well there, but it's true. It's true. You know, people ride different ways as far as how they carry their speed in corners and whatnot, and that depends on what line you should take or what line's going to be fastest for you. You know, so it's a hell of a lot of fun. Go kind of a big step up over there. You can actually scrub it pretty hard. I usually hug the inside right here because it's pretty important to be able to hit right about there, hit this big double. I actually overjumped it. That usually doesn't happen, but you have to carry your speed here so you can hit the second double. Otherwise your lap time is just done for. Easy to have your back end slide out there like I just did. Try to catch this middle rut. Just awesome. Same thing here. Slid out, but that's okay. You can see you can really carry some speed through these sections, and it's awesome, man. It's just so cool. But you really got to be on your game to put a whole lap together. It's not the easiest thing. You can see right here a big gap. If you actually clear that triple, it's pretty cool. But it's really pretty difficult. So you can either scrub it or launch that thing back there. Just big table here into a triple that you got to stretch out. It's not the easiest triple to hit. I actually want to try to slow up and hit this inside. You can see my back end's coming out a lot, and it's just because I'm not carrying the right amount of speed into these ruts. I'll fix that for these next couple laps, but like I said, it's not the easiest track. But there's kind of a lap. Start line's behind us. This big left into the finish line. Let's try to really focus on this second lap and try to put in a good lap time. I'd really like to break 3 minutes, but I don't think I'll be able to in a live comm video. I'm going to have to really focus in and do like a separate hot lap video or something. Let's see, trying to carry my speed, leaning back on the brakes, really catch that rut, full throttle, leaning back. You don't want to lean back too hard here because then your front end can come up just a little too much. Let's try to catch one of these inside, or not the outside rut. I think that was pretty quick. So fun to have your back end come out there. I want to actually catch a rut that's a little bit farther on the inside there. Maybe you can get it next time. I'm going to case this, unfortunately. But there's still a line there. It's kind of cool if you case it or if you don't want to jump it because you can jump over those braking bumps back there into that rut. Hopefully that makes sense. I know we're past it, but try to just catch the apex here. I'm gonna go far outside, lean back. Ah, my back end came out there. That sucks. So that's obviously 1, 2. You know, that cost us multiple seconds there. I'm actually gonna launch this time. A little bit of a dab of the brake. And you can just kind of catch this far outside. And I actually jump all the way over. You should probably slow up. Obviously this lap time's just done for, so we're gonna have to go for the lap time on our 3rd lap. But it's so fun to just show you guys different lines here. I'm gonna have to really put it together on that 3rd lap though. Hopefully it's a good one. That's a really fun rut to hit. Always kind of scrub that table. Same thing here, you gotta slow up just a little bit. I went a little bit quicker than I should have. Step up. This is just a section where it's full throttle. You always want to kind of cut into to the inside there. Makes it a lot easier on yourself to hit this double. Even though I'm over jumping it. Probably should be throwing scrubs there if I hit it right. Oh man, I just committed and pinned it there. That was awesome. Probably faster to actually catch one of those ruts. I'm definitely still learning. You know, this is probably like my 7th lap on the track, so I've definitely spent some time on it. But you know, 7 laps isn't all that much to be able to like master one of these tracks. Really gotta just carry so much speed through there. It's hard to remember that section sometimes. There we go again. You catch one of those ruts and you just go full throttle, and look, I can throw scrubs over both those gaps. I mean, it's crucial to catch some of these lines. You know, if you don't hook it just right, then you're not going to have that fast lap time. But if you throw a good lap together, it's hard to throw together on this track, you know. But if you actually throw together a lap where you hit all the lines you kind of want to hit, you hit all the ruts nice and fast, then man, how cool could this be if you just throw something together? So you might have to look out for a separate video from me for that. But let's see. It's our last chance in this camera view, at least, to try to put together a good lap time. So let's see what I can do. It's always easier to make a stupid mistake and crash or something. But I'm going to try to focus pretty hard here. All the way to the inside here. Carried a good bit of speed. I'm just going to launch this. That's okay. Very rough. Was able to catch that rut again. That's always a fun one. Awesome, awesome. There we go. That's a much better rut to catch through here. And then look how nice it makes this. Big old whip over that triple. Trying to keep that front end down. It's easy when you're leaning back, going up these hills for that front end to unweight. Got to really watch it. There we go. Clear that whole thing. A little bit of a one hopper, but it really wasn't that bad. Catch that inside. I'm actually going to get on the brakes here. Hook this all the way to the outside. Still trying to figure out what I really want through there, but it's that was a really fun way to hit it. Kind of a little hip double. Full throttle into this whoop section. Ah, shit. That definitely lost me some time. That's unacceptable. That's not how you get a hot lap, that's for sure. But that's okay. That's okay. So much fun though, man. Jesus. Big old scrub on the step up. Really trying to watch it through these bumps. Kind of a scrub. There we go. Still take this inside. Not bad, not bad. Let's see if I can actually hit this. There we go. You can see carried so much more speed through there by hitting that rut. Come on, come on. Man, that's hard to clear. I had carried a lot of speed through there. Same thing here. You saw how much speed I carried through last time where I was scrubbing everything. lot goes into trying to put a hot lap together on this track, definitely. Let's catch this kind of middle rut here. So much fun, man, so much fun. So I don't think we're going to break that 3 minutes. You can see how hard that's going to be, but you can also see that it's possible. Just a little bit more time shaved off, and be breaking that 3 minutes. But anyway, that is that camera view. Let's switch over to first person. This might be a little bit of a mess, but man, you can see, if you haven't seen it already, that this camera view is incredible. Like I said, I have another video up all about it. You can kind of check it out a little bit more. Full throttle up this hill again, see what we can do. Try to throw some fun scrubs and whips and stuff since we're in first person. You kind of have to. This section is going to be a little tricky in first. Let's go all the way to the inside. That was crazy. Let's see what we can do on this little hill. Oh, landed pretty hard. Let's see, come on, hit this triple. Come on. Trying to stretch it out. Looks like I'm going to come up a little short. Not bad, actually. Landed pretty smooth. Big double there. It'd be sweet if I broke 3 minutes in first person. Not sure if it's so hard to clear that from that inside line, but again, landed relatively smooth. Oh, how? Didn't seem like I should have gone down there. Looks like I was carrying some pretty good speed, really. Gonna launch this thing. Whoa, that comes so fast when you're in first person. I dig it, man. That's awesome. Hard on the brakes. So much fun, man. And how cool is this? Jamie T made this camera view, or the mod for this camera view, and he made this track, man. Like, what some awesome time that he spent trying to make this game better for us, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just so cool. But I gotta focus here. Obviously, I'm making some pretty big mistakes by just talking. So fun to try to scrub stuff in first person. But I might need to just dial it back a notch, or I'm just gonna keep crashing by trying to scrub and whip everything, you know? There's that big double. Here's that step up, a little bit of a scrub. This section might be pretty cool in this camera view. Let's see if I can hit this with a scrub. No, I couldn't go for it since I kind of went off track back there. Hopefully I can still kind of clear this. Not quite. There it is. I'm going to go far outside. Throwing a fat wheelie out of the corner. Oh man, the first person's hard, but it's really not that bad. Like, it just probably gonna take a little bit of practice, you know. Still trying to figure out how to clear this, but I'm actually just gonna scrub it, settle for the double. There's that speed, big fat scrub. Landed a little sideways there. Oh man, I tried to just carry it. It's alright, we have one more chance after this lap is finished to try to throw a fun first person lap together. I don't know if you guys like this. Let me know if you like the first person. I might do a couple videos just for fun. Maybe some online races in first person to see if I can pull off a win. Stuff like that. Okay, we're heading into our last lap. You can see that was a very slow lap. But let's try to be a little bit more conservative. I still got to throw some whips and scrubs and stuff. But let's see if I can actually put together a decent lap time. It just takes so much focus. It's insane. I think I'm actually going to scrub this. Or not. Or not. I might have to end this here, guys. I think you get the gist. Let's try to, yeah, I think that's a sign. Just a little bit of a glimpse of the first person mod. Make sure to look out for my video on the first person camera mod by Jamie T. And once again, Jamie T, you killed it with this track, man. I really, really love it, and also really appreciate the time that you spend to make these tracks, because it makes us all like the game just that much more. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, whatever. Let me know if you like it, hate it. And until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace out.